What's up, gamers? If you're like me, you're wondering what games am I going to be looking forward to this next coming month? Well, I've got a list for you. It's definitely not exclusive, but it is some of the most anticipated games of this October. Let's get into it. One of the most anticipated and frankly the most controversial game that we're expecting in just about a week's time is Overwatch 2. This is the sequel to the original Overwatch, which was released in May of 2016. Within the past year, with all of the issues over at Blizzard, multiple team members have recently announced their departure from the team, and a new updated Battle Pass system, people are definitely torn on this one. As stated previously, this is a completely free-to-play game, and on October 4th, Overwatch 1 will be patched into Overwatch 2, with players keeping all their gear. With this update, switches the 6v6 model to a 5v5 model. New characters such as Kimiko, Sojourn, and Junker Queen have been introduced. Even with all the controversy, I'm still personally excited to try it out, especially with it being free-to-play. This game is being released on October 4th for PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch. Up next is Dragon Ball: The Breakers. This is an interesting style of multiplayer game where the entire concept, where one player plays as either Cell, Frieza, or Boo, and the other players play as more normal types of characters. They have to work together to either avoid or fight off the team of one. This definitely seems to have kind of a Dead by Daylight kind of feel to it, with less horror. Dragon Ball: The Breakers is coming to PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch on October 14th. Up next on the list is A Plague Tale: Requiem, which is a direct sequel to A Plague Tale: Innocence, a 2019 indie release. The whole premise of this game is you play as the sister of a boy who has some weird, terrifying power of being able to control rats. The setting of this game is during the plague in England and France. This game has a pretty dark feeling, even though it looks beautiful from a design standpoint. Personally, I never got the chance to play the first one, but it seems like one change they made was a longer storyline, which seemed to be one of the main concerns about the original game. We can expect to see this game on PC, Xbox Series X and S, and PS5 on October 18th. Next on the list is something that actually looks like a ton of fun to me, and personally I didn't really know about until I was looking into this. It's Ghostbusters: Spirits Unleashed. This is another asymmetrical type multiplayer that focuses on 1v4 multiplayer, with one person playing as a ghost and haunting people, and the other four playing as, well, you guessed it, the Ghostbusters. One thing that really sticks out to me right away is just how fun and creative this game looks. There's a lot of vibrant, popping colors, and the art style to this looks really like it fits the type of game really well. It'll be interesting to see how this game does at launch. Personally, I've never been gripped by the asymmetrical style multiplayer games, but this definitely seems like one that could be fun. This game is getting released on October 18th for PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. One of my favorite styles of games is coming out with hopefully a great addition with the new release of New Tales from the Borderlands. This is in the same style as the original Tales from the Borderlands, which was made by Telltale Games back in 2014. It's hard to believe that it's been that long since the original one was released. However, one of the major changes to this game is that it was actually designed by Gearbox themselves instead of the Telltale company. However, Gearbox did employ a number of the old Telltale company's employees from back in the day to work on this game, so it should seem pretty similar. This takes place about a year after Borderlands 3 and is canon to the game. However, it is known as a standalone game, so it does not require that you've played all the other games to understand what's going on in the story, but I'm sure there's going to be plenty of cameos. This game is coming to PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and the Nintendo Switch on October 21st. One of the next games, which I know is really anticipated for some people, but unfortunately I've never played any in the series, is Bayonetta 3. I'm going to do my best and just give the synopsis of this game, which I know is crazy that I've never played it before, but it is the third entry in the Platinum Game series Bayonetta, which was first introduced to the public in 2009. It's a hack and slash in a world where angels known as Lumen Sages collide in conflict with Umbra witches. Bayonetta is a witch with amnesia who fights her wicked way through hordes of enemies in order to save the world, collecting a cast of charming side characters along the way. This game is coming to the Nintendo Switch only on October 28th. Another game seeing its release and has been a topic of a lot of conversation leading up to its debut is Scorn. To be honest, this game looks disgusting, and I know for some people that's right up their alley. However, based on what we've seen from the gameplay, I've got to be honest and say that it just looks pretty boring when it comes to the shooting mechanics. It does seem like there might be some sort of puzzle element, so I'm not going to solely base it on that. Definitely seems like this is not the focal point of the game, so I won't speak too harshly about it, but the game definitely stands out as being different from anything we've seen in a while. For those of you who cannot wait to get your hands on this disturbing sight, it's releasing on the PC, Xbox Series X and S on October 21st. As if I'm a teenager again, it's weird to say that the next game we're expecting to see and anticipating is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, which is a sequel to the 2019 reboot of the game. This takes place about 3 years after the events of the 2019 game and is the next installment in the Call of Duty franchise. With the recent beta ending, reviews seem to be pretty mixed. For those gamers who are more into realistic combat sims, this is probably the Call of Duty for you. If you're more into the faster-paced, futuristic Call of Duties, then it may be more difficult for you to get into this one. Either way, we're seeing the release for this highly anticipated game on October 28th for PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. And finally, one of the most anticipated games of October comes to us in the beautiful and always cheerful city of Gotham in the upcoming Gotham Knights. Gotham Knights begins a new chapter for Gotham City following upon the blockbuster Batman Arkham video game series. Batman is dead. It is now up to the Batman family, Batgirl, Nightwing, Red Hood, and Robin to protect Gotham City. A lot of fans of the genre and DC have claimed that this is a day one buy. We'll see how well the game does when it reaches its release date on October 20th for PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. Which of these is your number one most anticipated game of the month? Let me know in the comments, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and make sure to follow for all things gaming.